Hey guys, Rachelle here with Wildflower Beauty and Brows, and in this video I'm going to share with you just tips and tricks on how to create a beautiful fluffy brow using different products and different techniques. So before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and share with you some of my favorite products that I use for my brows. So the first two pencils I want to share with you are the Precisely My Brow Pencil from Benefit and the Brow Wiz from Anastasia. So I love these pencils more for detailing, and as you can see, the tip of the pencil is more precise. So it's going to give you more of a hair-like effect on your brows. I wouldn't suggest using these pencils for filling in the entire brow unless you have little to no hair. The only reason being is because they are very thin, so you'll definitely go through them much quicker than you would with the powder. The other pencil I want to share with you is very similar to the Brow Wiz from Anastasia. Same formulation, the only difference is the tip of the pencil. So as you can see, it's more of a triangular shape, so this is great for filling the entire brow and then using the tip of that triangular shape to create little hair strokes on the front of the brow. So that's another option that you can do if you do not want to use pencil with powder. I do like the combination of using pencil and powder just to kind of give more definition and dimension on your brow. So another product I like using is the Dip Brow, and this particular color is dark brown. I like to use the Dip Brow specifically to create hair strokes onto my brows, just kind of slightly filling in between where it's sparse. I used to use this to fill in my entire brow and create more of a structured brow. However, I know that sometimes it's a little too much and maybe you want to keep it more soft and natural. It is definitely more of an advanced technique, so I would suggest maybe playing around with it, or maybe even just using your powder or pencil if you're not comfortable with using this particular product. I also like to pair this product with the number 12 or the number 7 from Anastasia, and I love their brushes because they do have a spoolie on the other end. Another reason why I love the Dip Brow is because it is waterproof. It's great for clients or even an individual who has oilier skin type, and it will last for a very long time throughout the day. So now for setting your brows, there are quite a few products that I do love that's on the market, and one of them is the Tinted Brow Gel from Anastasia, and I use the shade Espresso. The other two would be a clear brow gels, and you can kind of choose between the two. I do like both of them. The other one is the clear brow gel from Anastasia, and the other one is the 24-hour brow setter from Benefit. So the first step that I like to do is using the clear brow gel first and running it through my brows and really wiggling it in so I can create that more bushy effect. And then as I do that, I'm going to go ahead and take the tinted brow gel and just more so towards the tail end of my brow to kind of create some definition and a little bit of saturation in there. Lastly, just to kind of create some more lift to your brow, I do like to use either concealers or brow highlighters underneath the brow area. So one of my favorites is the Anastasia Pro Pencil, and I use base 2. There are 3 colors, base 1, 2, and 3, depending on your skin tone. Another one would be the Highlighting Duo Pencil, whereas one of them is more of a matte shade, and the other end of it is more of a shimmer shade. So you kind of have that option to do either or both. The other one is from Benefit, and this one is the High Brow. This is great too. However, the color, it depends on your skin tone. If you are more onto the medium to dark skin tone, you might want to use the Pro Pencil from Anastasia. So those are my favorites. So now let's go ahead and get started. All right, so let's begin. So what I'm going to demonstrate for you is 2 different types of brows. One of them is going to be more of your everyday, easy to do brow, and the other one is going to be more of your advanced brow, where I'll be using the Dip Brow. So first things first, I'm going to use the Brow Wiz in medium brown to create this brow. So ideally what you want to do is shape from the bottom and top and following your natural hair growth. So I kind of like to line it very lightly on the bottom and then even on the top, giving you that shape. Your spoolie will be your best friend, so no matter what, you always want to just apply very little product and then softly blend it through. Now again, since this is more of a precise pencil, what you're going to do is where it is sparse, you're going to create little hair strokes in between. And since my tail end of my brow is very light, I'm going to go ahead and kind of just lightly flick through those areas and then use my spoolie and brush again. Voila. Once I've applied my Brow Wiz pencil, I'm going to go ahead and use a highlighter, and I'll be using the Highlighting Duo pencil in Matte Camille and Sand Shimmer. I'm going to go ahead and use the shimmer side first. You don't necessarily have to start from the front of the brow, but rather more towards the mid-brow, and then just lightly applying the product. Then I'm going to turn it around to the matte side, just gliding it very lightly. Then with the concealer brush, you're going to go ahead and blend it out at the very tip of that brush. And as you can see, it already has lifted my brow and opened up my features. And just to blend it out a little more, I'm going to use a clean spoolie and brush it out. Now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and take my clear brow gel from Benefit. I'm just going to wiggle it the opposite direction of my brow hair and giving it that really nice bushy effect. Take my clean spoolie, brush it through, and then my tinted brow gel just at the tail end of my brow, and that will kind of create more saturation towards the end, matching the front of my brow. And ideally for your brows too, you want to kind of keep it really light on the front, really soft, so that way it's not focusing so much attention to your center of the face. And that is going to be your really easy everyday brow. So now I'm going to go ahead and share with you how to use the dip brow and creating hair strokes onto the other brow. So the trick to this is using your angled brush. You're going to kind of just grab a little bit of product, and if you notice it kind of getting a little dry, I would suggest doing a drop of oil onto the cap of your dip brow, and then just really saturating the product onto your brush. I always have a tissue in hand so that way I can kind of clean out too much product on the brush here. And I'm going to go ahead and dip again onto my cap. Just very little product on the brush. And what you're going to do is follow the natural hair growth pattern onto your brow, starting from the front. So essentially it kind of looks like microbladed brows. And you can even start them a little further apart. And as you can see, like where it's a little sparse, that's where I'm going to kind of create the hair strokes and then go in between. So right here, where it's sparse, a little bit here where it's sparse, and then connect it into the middle. And if you did get a little too much product, you can always use your spoolie and blend it out. So with this particular product, when you are doing the hair strokes, be very mindful of your pressure when you are brushing it with your spoolie, just because you don't want to lose that hair stroke effect that you just created. Now we're going to go ahead and do the tail. I don't want it too clean. I want it to be very bushy. And voila. I'm just going to go ahead and brush it up again. And then same as I did with this brow, I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of the clear and the tinted brow gel, starting with the clear one. Brushing it upwards. And I'm actually using the Anastasia on this brow. For the clear gel. I'm going to take my clean spoolie brush it up again. Take my tinted brow gel, and I'm only going to focus this onto the edge or the corner or ends of my brow. I'm going to take my clean spoolie once again and just blend it out. Now for this brow, I'm going to use the High Brow from Benefit. Same thing, you're going to kind of just lightly apply it from the center of the brow and then out. Then you're going to take your concealer brush and using just the tip of the brush, slightly blending it across. And as you can see, you can already tell that it has lifted my eyes and opened up my features. There you go. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope this helped you a little bit more. If you do have any questions on products or even just other tips and tricks, please, please, please feel free to reach out to me. Send me a message, DM me. You can text me or even call me, but I hope this helps you, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video. Bye, guys. Bye.